Hello everyone. This is a recording of the video of the lesson that was supposed to happen on the 14th of July, which is Tuesday. It's a lesson on division. It's a recording because there was a little problem that was experienced, but most of the parts are it's on division, so it's a good thing that we've covered it. But this is just to revise for the up and coming test. So this is a revision for the up and coming test. This is part of the whole revision. So doing long division with or without remainders. Now division is when you take a number and split it. So once you take a number, any number, normally it's a number that's a composite number, that's a number that has been made out of numbers. And normally sometimes you speak about prime numbers. A prime number is a number that's only divisible by one itself. And you speak about there are certain numbers that you can't divide. But when we speak about division, especially speaking about the splitting of a particular number into equal groups, like 4, if you split it by 2, it becomes 2 and 2. It's 2 equal groups of 2. So that is division. The whole point of division is to when you take a number and split it equally. Now we have, while I speak about this, I would like to notes. The first note I would like to tell you about long division, something that you should note down, is the first things first is that your divisor, right? Your divisor not gives you the following information. It gives you the information about the multiples that you're going to subtract with, because you always subtract with multiples. That's point number 1. Second thing is that also looking at your divisor, or let me say going to your remainder now. Your remainder cannot be more than your divisor. Then something would have been wrong. So once you have a remainder that is more than your divisor, you have a problem in the sum. Another thing that you should note is that looking at the number, sometimes it's going to require you to actually divide one or both numbers going along. So it depends also on the type of divisor and the dividend that you have. The dividend is a number that you are dividing, right? And also with long division, we divide, we multiply, we subtract, we bring down. We divide, we multiply, divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. It's a repeated process, Here we said 7 into 47 goes how many times? We know 47 is not a multiple. So what is the closest multiple of 7 close to 47? It's 42. How many times does 7 go into 42? 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. 47 minus 42 gives me 5. Bring down the 9. 7 into 59. 59 is not a multiple of what? Of 7, which is the closest one. It's 56. But how many times? 8 times 7 is 56. 49 minus 56 is 3. Meaning that 479 divided by 7 is 63, remainder 3. Remainder 3 means that, so 68, the remainder 3. Remainder 3 means that I could not divide it any longer because there's 3 left that I can't do anything much with. And also it means that there was nothing else to bring down. Right. Let us go here to definitions. So you've got a dividend. 10 seconds to pause to write down the information. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in division, you've got a dividend, you've got a divisor, you've got a quotient. Your quotient is the answer after having divided one number by another number. Your dividend is the number that you want to share, right? So quotient is the answer of this division, right? Your dividend is a number that you want to share. And your quotient is the result of that sharing. So if I say 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. 2 is the result of me sharing the dividend by the divisor. And also another thing is that it's only in multiplication where you find it. The product, I think you got the multiplier. It's where the product grows. It's only in multiplication you find that. You will not find that in division. Division, if you find that your quotient is more than your dividend, it's a problem. If you find that you stumble upon that you have a quotient that is more than your dividend, you have a problem. If you find, right, so if you find that you have a quotient that is more than your dividend, you have a problem. If you find that that you have a remainder, right, that is more than your divisor, you have a problem, right? So it's very important that you remember all of these things in division. Very, very, very important. Very important. All right, next slide. Since I've given you guys time to write it down. Good. Right. Now, let's look at the long division. I want to divide 8,640 by 15. This is a 2-digit, right? And 2 digits means that I can only divide in with the numbers that are 2 digits, and what? 2 digits. I just write 2D plus. I write 2D plus. So I look at 8. I won't do that, but 86 I can. 15 into 86 goes how many times? Is 86 a multiple of 15? No. What is the closest one? 75. How many times does 15 go into 75? 5 times. 5 times 15 is what? 75. 86 minus 75 is what? 11. I bring down Mr. 4. Then I've got 15 into 114. That is 114 a multiple of 15? No. Which one is closest, which is a multiple of 15? Let me think. You test it. You try 5. You try 5. It gives you 5 times gives you 75. 6 times gives you 90. 7 times gives you what? 105. So then you know that you are there, because if you add more, you're going to pass the 114, right? You're going to get 120, which we don't want. So we want to stay below. So we say 7 times 15 is 105. 114 minus 105 is 9. I bring down the 0. 90 is a multiple of 15. So 15 into 90 goes 6 times. 6 times 15 is 90. 90 minus 90 is 0. So my final answer is 576. I'm going to give you guys time to write down, especially this part. So 10 seconds to pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go to the next part. Let's try some example. So you can pause this now. Try it on your own. Let's try that. And then listen to my explanation. So just look at this part. Don't look at the answer. Just pause it. Look at this part. And then listen to my explanation. So 10 seconds to pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, listen to my explanation. So I've got 40,250 divided by 250. So I have 250 here. It's 3 digits, so I'm going to put here as a 3D. Don't worry about the D part, but just say no. It's going to be written as 3D, meaning that I can only divide by 3 digits and more, right? And then I've got 250. So I must look for something also that is more than 250. 402 is more than 250. But 402 is not a multiple of 250. So I know that 250 goes into 402 how many times? Once. 1 times 250 is 250. Because remember, 250 times 2 is actually 500. So I don't want to go more than that. So 402 minus 250 is what? 152. I bring down the 5. Now I've got 1,525. 250 into 1,525 goes how many times? It's not a multiple of it, but I want to look for the multiple which is close by. If I think about it, is what? 1,500, right? If you count 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250, 1,500. So it's 6 times. So it's 6. 6 multiplied by 250 is 1,500. 1,525 minus 1,500 gives me 25. Bring down the 0. 220. I bring down the 0, which makes it now 250. 250 into 250 goes once. 1 times 250 is 250. 250 minus 250 is 0. 250 minus 250 is 0. So that's my final answer, 161. It was equal sharing. It means that 40,250, you will find that it's a multiple of 250 and it's completely divisible by 250. And what method did I use? I divided, I multiplied, I divided, I multiplied, I subtracted, and I brought down. Repeated action over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Next sum. Sorry. So I've got 311,287 and I want to divide it by 101. I'll give you 10 seconds. Try this sum on your own, and then once you unpause and then listen to the explanation. 10 seconds. Pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Unpause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm sure that you've tried it on your own. Now let's try it. 101. You know that it's 3 digits. So we're going to put what? 3D. So you only go, if it's 3 digits, you're only wanting 3 digits or more, which are more than my divisor. So my divisor is 301. I find that the 3 digits are 311. So how many times does 101 go into 311? 311 is not a multiple of 101. And remember, we're always subtracting multiples, right? So we're going to say that 101, we look for the multiple which is closest, which is 303, which is 3 times 101 is 303. 311 minus 303 gives me what? 8. Bring down the 2. Now I have 101 and I need to divide it into 82. It can't happen. But this situation means that there's a 0 in my quotient because there's more things to bring down after it. So since there is a 0 in my quotient, I'm just going to say 0 here. 0 times 101 gives me 0. 82 minus 0 is 82. Bring down the 8. So it means there was a 0. Once a situation like this situation means there's a 0 in the quotient. 101 into 828, which is the multiple that is close by. I'll think about it would be 808, right? So 8 times 801 does give me 808. 828 minus 808 is what? Equals to 20. I bring down the 7. Then I ask 101 into 207. It has to be what? 2 times. 2 times 101 is 202. 207 minus 202 is 5. One thing that is key is the multiples. The multiples. Important, crucial, necessary is the multiple part. Right. So we're done with that part. Let us try some sums. So I'm going to let you guys try this. And then after trying this, 10 seconds to try it on your own. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, 11,616 divided by 18. So we try. It's what? 2 digits, right? It's 2 digits. And it being 2 digits, it means that one thing and one thing only. I need to look 2 digits and more, right? When I'm doing my first division, 2D and more. So 88 into 116 goes how many times? Once. 1 times 88 is 88. 116 minus 88 is what? 281. No, it's 200, it's 28. Sorry, 116 minus 88 is 28. I bring down the 1. Then I got 88 into 281. 281 is not a multiple of 88. So I need to look for one. So you test it, guys. You test. You say, okay, what is 88 times 2? Let's try it. 88 times 2. 2 times 8 is 6. 16, carry 1. 2 times 8 again, 16 plus 1 is 176. Doesn't work out. Let's try my next friend. Times 3. You test it out. Times 3. 88 times 3 is what? Okay. 3 times 8 is 24. So I put the 2 to 4 here. I carry my 2. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2 is 26. So I'm going to use now 220 and 60 and 64. Then I'm saying 3 times 88 is what? 264. 281 minus 264 is what? 1, it's 17. I bring down the 6. Then I have now 176. I've already tested it that it's 2 times. It's 2 times 88 gives me what? 176. 176 minus 176 is 0. And always, guys, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Always, 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 always repeated action. Repeated action. We do not put remainder 0 because remainder 0 means there's no remainder. 10 seconds to pause to write down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's try this one. 911,700 divided by 100 was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Was 10 seconds to was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what we can do to get our answer is 2 ways. We can say we write out the whole number because it ends with 2 zeros, right? So we can write out the whole number, right? As in a fractional form, and then just put it under over 100, 0, cancel 1, 0, cancel 1, 0, cancel 1, 0. My answer will be what? 9,117, right? Then, or best, long division. My dear friend, long division. My friend, long division comes from a beautiful country. A beautiful country. Always think about maths as people, right? You can think about the country that you want to choose. So 100 into 911,700, or sometimes 100 into, because remember it's 3 digits. Now we're starting to deal with 3 digits. So if we're dealing with 3 digits, it means that we're dividing into 3 digits and more, right? Good. So yeah, it says 100 into 911, or sometimes 9 times. Why? Because 111 is not a multiple of 100. 900 is. So 9 times 100 is 900. 911 minus 900 is what? Is 11. I bring down the 7. And I say 100 into 117, because sometimes once. Why? Because 117 is not a multiple of 100. So what is the number before that? It's 100. So 1 times 100 is what? 100. And 17 minus 100 is what? It's going to give me what? 17. Bring down the 0. And I say 100 into 170 goes how many times? Once. Why? 170 is not a multiple of 100. 1 times 100 is 100. 170 minus 100 is what? 70. I bring down the 0. 100 into 700 goes sometimes 7 times. Why? Because 7 is a multiple of 100. 7 times, 700 is a multiple of 100. 7 times 100 gives me 700. 700 minus 700 gives me 0. My final answer is 9,117. In 10 seconds to pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're dividing 822,707, dividing it by 100. We're dividing that. 10 seconds to pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's divide. Let's divide. So I start again. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Right. So I know that I'm dealing with how many digits? It's a 3 digit. And 3 digits mean that I'm only dividing into 3 digits and more. So I say 822 is not, because we're dividing 822,707 divided by 100. So we're looking at 822 now. 822 is not a multiple of 100. So what we look for, the one before, which is a multiple of 100, which is what? 800, right? So it's 8 times 100 is 800. 822 minus 800 gives me what? 22. I bring down the 7. And I go next. 227, right? It's not a multiple of 100. But what is before that? I'll be like, 200. 2 times 100 is what? 200. Right? Remember, we're always subtracting multiples. 227 minus 200 is what? 27. I bring down 0. And I say 100 into 270 goes how many times? 2 times. 2 times 100 is what? 200. 270 minus 200 is what? 70. And I bring down 7. And I say 100 into 707 goes sometimes 7 times. 7 times 100 is what? 700. 707 minus 700 is what? It's 7. Leaves me what? With 7. So my final answer is 8,227. Remainder 7. And what is important here? my remainder is smaller than my divisor, and there's nothing else to bring down. That's the beauty of it. So you're done. 10 seconds to write answer. For pause for answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try this one now. 10 seconds for the pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10 seconds to now we pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we start. 302,000 it's 3 digits. So I know that since it's 3 digits, I'm only going to divide into 3 digits and more. So 212 into 302. 212 into 302 goes on times 1. 1 times 212 is 212. 302 minus 212 is 90. I bring down the 1. 212 into 901. It's not a multiple of 212, right? But I want to look for a multiple of it. And my multiple, so I try. You try times 1, try times 2, times 3, times 4. So let's see times 3. I say 212 times 3. You just estimate. So you can get the multiple that you need. 3 times 2 is what? It's 6. 3 times 1 is what? It's 1. 3 times 2 again is what? 6. Still too small. Then we go times 4. 212 times 4. You need to get as close as possible, because you'll know that by adding a 212 on top of that, you're going over the number. That's how you know. Once you add 212 to that number and you go over it, then you know that you're there. So we're going to try, it's 4 times this time. 212 times, 2 times 4 is what? 8. 2 times, 1 times 4 is what? 1, 4. 2 times 4 again is what? It says what? It's 8. So I'm there. And if I add 212, I go over the 901. So I'm there. I'm at the right multiple. So it says 4 times. 4 times 212 is what? 848. 901 minus 848 is 53. I bring down the 0. What multiple do I think can I find that's going to help me subtract this one perfectly? I think times 1, then I think, no, 212 does go into 530 times 2 times 212 is 400. It's 424. If I add 212 to this, I've gone over the 530, right? So I'm at the right place. I'm at my right place. So I said 530 minus 424 gives me 106. I bring down the 3. 212 into 1063. Try 4 times, try 5 times. Find 5 times work. 5 times 212 is what? 1060. 1060 and 63 minus 1060 is 3. Leaves me with 3. The remainder is smaller than the divisor. There's nothing else to bring down. So my final answer is 1425, remainder 3. 10 seconds to write answer. All right, one more thing. It's divide, we multiply, we subtract, we bring down. 10 seconds to pause for answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds to remove pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Homework, homework, homework. 10 seconds. Remember, dreams do come true. 10, 9. This is the pause to write your homework. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 10 seconds. Pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, here is my, sorry about that. Here is my end of my story. Thank you guys so much for listening. That is not my email address. It's just a slight mistake. That is not my email address. My email address is right here in front. Let's just quickly go to the front. Here is my email address, longwithchiponoso@gmail.com. I beg you, I ask of you, I plead with you, please contact me. Thank you for being attentive. We will meet each other tomorrow. I love you all. Stay safe, stay awesome, stay fantastic.